Welcome, CFG Running Club members. I know it looks like I'm in an idyllic place, but I'm actually on sort of a busy intersection in Chestnut Hill, but I wanted to record a little nutrition basics video for you guys. And also, just as a side note, if you have a spouse or a coworker, a relative, a friend, someone that you tend to eat with regularly, you may want to have them watch this video as well, just so that they're kind of understanding what direction that you're going to be heading in nutritionally if you choose to follow some of the suggestions that I plan to make. So one of the first things that I would be super pumped if you would all try to do, because it's going to make you feel better, is drink more water. Drink more water. Drink more water, please. It's so good for you. Now, think about your weight. Don't get frustrated, don't get sad, don't get angry. Maybe you haven't weighed yourself in a while. Think about the last time you knew what your weight was. I mean, like in the last year or so, like the last time you went to the doctor or something. Think about your weight and divide that number in half. For example, let's say that you weigh 100 pounds. So, if you weigh 100 pounds, you divide that number in half, 50, you need to be drinking 50 ounces of water per day. So, if you're drinking less than that, then just start gradually increasing the amount of water that you're having. Now, this is a general guideline. No one's going to jump out from behind your refrigerator and shoot you if you don't drink enough water one day, but it's just your body works better when it's properly hydrated. And it's going to help you to release toxins. It's going to help you cleanse. It's going to help you detox. It's going to help you shed extra fat. It's going to help your body to digest better. Everything about your body works better when it has enough water in it. Now, that's a lot of liquid to drink for some people, especially if you're not used to drinking water on a regular basis. So you may need to cut or substitute some of the other things that you're drinking. An easy recommendation, keep a glass of water by your bed and chug it as soon as you wake up in the morning. 8, 16 ounces, something like that. First thing, before you do anything else, just down that water. Then, before you even get out of bed, you're already well on your way to getting your ounces in. Carry a water bottle with you. Herbal tea also counts, but it has to be non-caffeinated, non-sweetened. And it can be cold or hot, so you can maybe make like refrigerator tea, throw some herbal tea bags in a pitcher and let them brew overnight. But they'd have to be that cold brew kind, or you can brew hot herbal tea and then put it in the refrigerator. So there's a bunch of different options that you can use to increase the amount of liquid that you're taking in. So that's your first tip. The second thing that I really want all of you to try to do, and I'm going to get some pushback on this one, but it's very important, is try to eat organic as often as possible. I know that some people think it's just a way for supermarkets to charge you an extra $1 or $5 for stuff that you're already buying, and you feel like what I'm eating now is fine. But it's actually really not. Non-organic food can have just about any kind of chemical, preservative, pesticide. Basically, it's poison on your food. Chemicals, your body doesn't know how to process them. Especially if you combine not eating organic with not drinking enough water, you're just loading your body up with chemicals, preservatives, things that God never intended for to be inside of it, and you're not giving it any way to process them out. So if you have headaches, if you're tired all the time, if you have trouble with your digestion, if you struggle with losing weight, if you have trouble sleeping, there's just all these things that are caused by your body not working properly. And so you need to start flushing these toxins out of your body and then not putting them back in. Eating organic is a great way to do that. So you may need to rebudget some things. I don't know how your budget works. For me, I would much rather spend a little money on the front end and be more mindful about what I put inside my body than 20, 30 years from now be worrying about serious health issues because we are eating so much more processed food, more chemicals, more preservatives, more toxins, and food didn't used to be like that. In the 1800s, in the early 1900s, even as recently as the 50s, people were making food. They were growing food and they were bringing it in and they were cooking it. There was no intermediate step. No one was manipulating the food before you got to it, but now just about everything you eat has had some sort of intermediate step before it gets to you, which means that someone has altered it from its original state and probably added something that doesn't need to be in your body. So just be mindful. If you buy a bag of apples every week, switch to the organic apples. If you're going to go out to eat, maybe look and see if there's an organic restaurant nearby, especially if you're someplace like you're going to Center City. I know there are excellent, healthy restaurants in the suburbs too. In the Northeast, there are ways to eat healthier if you're going to go out. I even just heard a commercial in the car for Wendy's serving an organic tea drink. So people are getting on board with it. If you just pay a little more attention, you can find the stuff. The third and final thing I'd really love for you guys to try to do, and I'm not saying I'm 100% on this at all, but it's something that if you're more mindful of, you will start to feel better about, is to stop eating late. Stop eating at 10, stop eating at 11, stop eating at 1 a.m. If you could try to keep your final ingestion of calories to before 8, before 9. I mean, I'm saying 9 because I'm trying to be generous. 8 would be better. 7 would be awesome. I know that sounds really, really early, especially for people like me. Sometimes I don't leave like work until 6:30, so to stop eating for the day at 7 is like I'm still on the train at that time. So by 8 p.m., if you can be like sort of bringing it down as far as the food goes, the food calories, the desserts. I mean, you can like drink stuff, but like food that you have to chew, your body will be so much happier because the way God created us, while you're sleeping, your body is regenerating. It is fixing things. It is expelling things. It is detoxifying. It is cleansing. The way that we were created is absolutely amazing. And so for the body to work the way God intended it to, there are some things that we need to do to help it out. And one of those things is if your body is still digesting food, which can take 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, it just depends on how your system works and how much you've eaten, that digestion process gets in the way of the cleansing, detoxifying that your body is trying to do while you're asleep. So if you eat something at 10 o'clock, you eat some cookies while you're watching TV, and you go to bed 45 minutes later, your body is still digesting those cookies until 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, now that digestion detoxification time, which for most people happens between 1 and 5 a.m., it's been pushed back. And so by the time your body even like gets to the ability to start cleansing your system, you're getting up for the next day, and lo and behold, you're eating again. It never gets a chance to catch up with you because we eat so much and so consistently that we're just basically in a perpetual digestion cycle. So if you ever feel like that overfull feeling, or your stomach feels a little unsettled, or you wake up feeling sluggish, it's because your body hasn't had the opportunity to detoxify and rest because you were eating too much or too late. So if you can just take a look at the clock, maybe move that dinner time up. I'm not saying you have to be like geriatric and eat at 4:30 and then, put bars over the kitchen or anything like that. But just as a general rule, try to finish eating for the day earlier. Just start by moving it up an hour. That would be better than nothing. If you start with these 3 things and stay consistent with it, it's going to start to make you feel so much better. That as I talk with each of you, which I've already started, and we continue to make progress on our nutrition goals, you're just going to start feeling better and better and better. Again, I mentioned this in the little meeting we had, but this club is not about weight loss. It's about healthfulness. And the things that Brittany is doing and the things that I'm trying to do to help everyone and to help ourselves, they're not meant to make you feel bad about yourself. They're not meant to make you feel guilty about your current lifestyle. There's no negativity associated with this club. I'm really excited that we even get the opportunity to seek out more healthfulness together as a family, as a church body. And I'm really excited about number of people who came to our inaugural run, and I don't want people to feel like they have to end up at Brittany's fitness level or they have to end up at my nutrition level. I know, and those of you who know my dietary restrictions and requirements. I know it sounds crazy the way that I eat or the things that I do, and I'm not expecting anyone to mimic me, copy me, parrot me, mirror me. I just want you to end up at the end of this time frame healthier than you started, because the healthier your body is, the better it works, the more efficiently it is operating, the better you feel, the more you can do to serve the Lord, the more energy you have to be able to do the things that He called us here to do. If every night you pass out on the couch at 8 o'clock, or every weekend you have to sleep in until 11 to catch up, if you're cranky in the morning because you don't feel right, that's lowering your effectiveness. That's stopping you from ministering in ways. That's subjecting people to your bad mood because you don't feel well. And God created these amazing bodies that we get to inhabit for this short amount of time, and He told us they're a temple and it's our job to take care of them. So it's more than just stop going to McDonald's or stop drinking soda or, stop eating chips all the time. Yeah, there's a lot of that involved in it, but it's more about this body. It doesn't even belong to you. It's on loan to you from God, and to take care of it properly is part of the responsibility that you have toward Him, because of everything that He's done for us. So thank you guys for watching this. I cannot wait to see you at the next run, and if you have any questions, as usual, let me know, let Brittany know, and we'll do the best we can to help you out. Bye!